YouTube, so I'm super excited. I'm gonna review, gosh, this amazing book by Grant Cardone. It's like one of my favorite books, okay? If you're not first, you're last. And you know what? Here's what this book is about, okay? This book is about filling your pipeline, okay? You know, like he does sales, okay? And he's done a lot of books, okay? And you know, in this book, he talks a lot about the recession and all this stuff. You know, that's kind of when he developed the book. But you know, really the book is about filling that pipeline, filling up your pipeline to make sure that you are producing and super successful and achieving your goals in life, okay? So, boom, let's get into the book. Okay, so in the intro and in the first chapter, Grant really talks about the responses that you might have in a recession, okay? There are 4 responses, okay? The cheerleader response, like, hey man, I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm not gonna be a part of it, whatever. There's the get back to basics, like, okay, here it's happening. We're just gonna do what we were doing before. There's number 3, which is quitting, like, well, shit, I'm just gonna leave, okay? And then 4 is the only one that you want to act with, which is massive action, basically, right? Like, you want to get in there and you want to do the unreasonable thing, okay? So he outlines it, and this is really important to really pay attention to, because you got to know when you're doing those responses, okay? Because here's the thing, you know, he's really talking specifically about an economic recession, but I mean, it could be anything. It could be like, I don't know, a series of lost deals, you know, could get you in this kind of mindset, okay? It can get your mind in this quitting space, or, okay, well, I just refuse to be a part of this. I mean, look, that happens all the time, right? You know, I have listened to the audiobook and read the book a bunch of times, and I actually think that the golden nugget, okay? This is the golden freaking nugget of the whole entire book. Like, there's a lot of awesome tactics and strategies and definitely things that you should implement in your business if you want to be number one, okay? But the hidden freaking nugget in this book is when he's talking about the quitter response, and he says to complete all tasks, because every time you quit something, you're just reinforcing that type of quitter habit, basically, okay? Now, I mean, think about that. You're reinforcing in your mind, you know, like, you know, you know, I'll speak for myself. I mean, I make justifications for myself on shit all the time. Like, oh, you know, I shouldn't do it, or I'm going to give up on this because of blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't leave something that's bad, okay? I mean, I think it's obvious. If something's just not working out, I mean, there's no problem sort of having like that kind of like guiltless post-mortem situation and being like, hey, this is ineffective, okay? But man, like if you come up with against a teeny tiny bit of resistance and you're quitting all the time, you know, more than not, and you're not really building the muscle of persistence. You know, you want to do the opposite of that. You don't want to be quitting things as soon as they get hard. You want to keep going so that you can build the muscle of keep going, okay? Because there's something at the end of that keep going. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I mean, I think, you know, the chapter is pretty straightforward, but that right there, that little piece is like the freaking whole golden nugget of this thing. Because look, you don't want to be that person, right? You don't want to be the person that quits when something gets a little bit hard. Because if you are that person that quits when something gets a little bit hard, you're never going to be truly successful. Because you know what? As soon as something got a little bit hard, you didn't push yourself to the next level. You didn't push yourself to the next level. Okay? So yeah, that is the golden nugget. I mean, I think, and it's critical for the whole entire book, right? Because, you know, there's a lot of things in this book that are, you know, simple to say, but difficult to execute. You know, it's simple to be like, call everybody in your database. Okay? But actually doing that until you get in touch with every freaking person, no small thing. No small thing. You know, challenging. And then to make sure that you're continuing that habit, building the discipline, making sure you're doing it consistently. I mean, it's, you know, no easy thing. But that, yeah, so that's basically chapter 1. If you liked it, please like the video and subscribe. This is, like I said, one of my favorite books. I'm going to go in deep on this one. Please, please, please subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you again soon, YouTube.